Welcome back to the Grown Women's Table. Hey, it's your girl Lori. Hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day. Y'all, today's video is all about simple, easy, beginner-friendly makeup routine. And we're going to concentrate on just the base. And I know you want to know how to do this, what you need to use, what tools you need to use. So what do you need to do? Say it with me. Keep on watching. All right, y'all, run, grab your chairs, have a seat at the Grown Women's Table, and let's get into this video. So the reason that I am doing this video, I had a request to do like a simple eyeshadow look, and I've had requests on doing simple beginner-friendly type makeup. And I know this is the season where a lot of people are going to be going out, going to parties, holiday parties, and you may not put makeup on every day, but you want to, figure out how to use the makeup that you already have. So I'm going to show you a simple, easy complexion look. So I'm gonna pull you in. All right, so y'all all up in here. So the first thing I want to say, and I want to kind of make this educational as well. So I want this to be a video that you'll be able to go back to and use as a reference. So when you're doing your complexion makeup, the first thing you need to know is what type of skin do you have? Because the type of skin you have will dictate the type of foundations that you use. So if you're someone with dry skin, you want to use a foundation that's conducive for dry skin. Someone that's oily, you want to use a foundation that's conducive for oily. Meaning, I don't want to use something that's going to be super mattifying and I already have dry skin. I don't want to use something that says it's super hydrating, super glowy, and I already have super oily skin. If that makes sense. So for me, I have pretty much like a combination normal, and I have a little oiliness in my T-zone. So I always start off with a primer. Now the products that I'm going to use, I will list them in the description box, and they will have affiliate links if you decide to pick them up, but get the products that work best for you. It's not about the brand, it's not about the price point, it's what works best for you. So I'm going to start off with some primer, and I'm adding the primer to my skin. And it's kind of like a base. And I just kind of put it in my hand. And we're just going to put it all over the skin. You guys, I know my brows are looking a little crazy because I got ombre brows. And they're in the peeling stages. So if you know, you know. But you know what? I love y'all. We're going to do this video regardless. And I like to press in my products. Make sure it seeps in. And this is just kind of giving your face, first of all, your skin, you always start off with clean skin. But this is going to give the products a base to lay on top of. So if you have oily skin, you may want to use a primer that's made for oily skin, something that's going to help keep them oils from popping through. If you have dry skin, you may want to use a primer that is going to give you a little bit more hydration. Something like this NARS Glow. It gives you a little glowiness and a little dewiness for dry skin people. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your face. The inner portion of your face typically is always lighter than the outer portion, the perimeter of your face. Now, when you're picking out a foundation, it depends. Some people's face and their neck matches. Some people's don't. Some people might have a darker face, lighter neck, lighter face. So this is kind of my rule of thumb. If I'm going to be wearing something where my neck and my shoulders and all that's going to be out, I want to match this portion of my body. Because as you can see, there's a little bit of difference. Not a lot, but there is a little bit of difference. But if I'm just wearing something and everything is going to pretty much be closed up, I'm going for something that's the color of my face. Because we don't want dark, light, light, dark. We want it all to seamlessly blend. All right, y'all. So I'm going to use the Danessa Murray's Yummy Skin Balm as my foundation. And she actually has a brush. So I'm going to use her brush because we're talking simple and easy. And y'all, this is simple and easy. So when I go in, because I know I'm going to put concealer under the eye, I typically don't put a lot of product. And this is way too much. I typically don't put anything under my eye because you don't want all that extra product under the eye when you already know you're going to be adding concealer. And the eye is a very thin area, and you do not want it to look capey, cracky, and all capey and stuff. So you see, this is a really good match for me, and this is shade 9 if you're my skin tone. And I actually put too much. And I love this brush because it goes down the nose. See? Now I didn't get into, now this is simple, easy. This is not going to be advanced. I'm not going into color correcting and all that. We're just doing simple makeup for our everyday girl that, even if you don't have a party to go to, you just want to have something quick and easy. Now you see I blend, make sure you blend your stuff in. And make sure when you're putting your foundation on, you go down. See how it's going down? We do not want to have that line where you can see where the foundation started and end. All right, well, see how easy that was? Super easy. And I feel like this particular product could be used for multiple skin types. So if you had dry skin, you can just put it on and don't worry about it. But I like to set my product. So I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks powder in shade number 4. I'm gonna take a rougher brush, number 25. Now, when you're doing powders, you want a nice fluffy brush. Now, this powder actually has a little color to it. So you can go with a translucent powder, where translucent means it's not gonna have any color. But if you wanna add a little bit more color to it, or a little bit more coverage, go with a setting powder that has some color to it. And I'm just gonna lightly apply it, because you don't need a lot with this foundation. And I like to blend my powders in. You go in a circular motion, and that's just buffing that powder out. So it's not looking like it's just sitting on the skin. Now, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're like, oh my God, it just looks too powdery, you can always use like a setting spray. Spray it on your face, and it'll take that look and make it a lot more natural. It'll tone down that powder look. But you can see I don't look very powdery. I didn't use a lot, and I went in with a nice fluffy brush. Now, you see I have dark circles. And I'm going to go in with the Danessa Myricks concealer in the shade number 16. Now, I pick a shade that is my skin tone. And if you want that brighter eye look, I'll show you what to do to get that. So you're just going to go in, and you do not need that big old triangle type situation. No, just a little bit of dew. Because you don't want all that extra product up under the eye. And another little trick is, if you really want a concealer to really give you great coverage, let it sit there for a minute and then blend it out. You'll get a lot more coverage. I'm gonna go in with the Refer B05 brush. And if you guys don't, and I don't swipe, y'all, pat. I'm patting it in. And then I'm just patting it and bringing it down some. Now, some people say as soon as you apply your concealer, go right in with your powder to set it. That's supposed to help with the creasing. And you guys, I'm gonna be honest, for me, I have wrinkles, I have lines, so I feel like I'm always gonna have some type of creasing, because that's what I have. But you can definitely do that and see how that works for you. I normally just blend out both eyes, and then I go in and I will set it. But you see how I'm just patting it in? So you can see, and this is a really good concealer, you guys. Dark circles gone. But if you want to lighten up that center part of the face up under the eye, I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Snatched in the shade Coffee. And y'all, this little Sephora velour pad, y'all can see I use it. I love it. So this right here is what's going to give me some brightening under the eye. I just go on, apply some to the pad, and press it in. We're not swiping, y'all. We're always pressing it in. See the difference? See the... Now you got a little bit more brightness under the eye, and it looks like it's smoothed out that under eye area. It just looks a little bit, gives it a little pop. So our complexion is looking really, really good. Now, if you're fine and this is all you want, go on about your way. But if you want to add a little bit more dimension to your face, what I would do is go in with a bronzer, and that's going to add some warmth and dimension to the face. So I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and I'm in the deeper shade, I think it's 4. I'm going to use a Refer number 37 brush. We're just going to go in to the bronzer. And if you're my skin tone, this is one of my favorite ones. So what we do is, in the hollow right there, you see where I'm going? I'm going to just do one side so you can see what I'm talking about. And it's really like a 3. So you can go your hairline, come on down. And you see I'm not going in with more product. And then go down the jawline. You see how I'm kind of like making a 3? That's kind of like the trick. So this is going to add some warmth and dimension to the face. So see that? Versus this. In the comment section, let me know if you can see the difference. And then I love to buff. So I go in and I always buff. And it's always better to go in with less product than more product, because if it's not giving you the look you want, you could always go in and add more product. But it's very difficult to take away product from your face. So you go in and you buff it in because you want your makeup to look like it's skin-like. You don't want it to look like it's just sitting on your face. Buffing in the product helps give that illusion of that skin-like look. And you see how it defines my face? It's chiseling out the face. So look, you got a little bit more plumpness, look like on that side, and it's looking a little thinner. Over here, you got a little bit more plump, a little thinner. See how it's thinning out and defining the face? Now, some people like to also add it on the sides of the nose to add some more dimension. I typically don't do that, but I'm just going to take what's on the brush and go down the side of my nose. I don't normally do that, but a lot of people do. So you guys, if you you don't like blush, you're good to go. There you go. You can go into your eye look and you put on a lip and going out the door. But if you want blush, we're going to go there too. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so this is a beginner friendly. So we're just going to use a powder blush, I'm sorry. And we're going to go in with the Dior. What color is this? Berry. We're going to use the Refer 5 brush. Now, it's very important, if you don't want to look clownish, always start off very lightly. So I just kind of dip, because all blushes are not created equal. So some blushes are highly pigmented and some blushes are not, and you are able to build them up. On the apples of the cheek. And I just kind of go back. You see that? And see how this is just giving me a flush of color? Now, if I wanted to, I can go back in, add some more. And this is what me building it up. If you want more blush to show, you can build it up. But always start off with little before you go into much. So you see that? Very simple. And if you ever feel like, where my brush at? If you ever feel like, oh my God, my blush is coming down too far, you could take the bronzer brush that you used before. You don't have to put any more product on it. And just kind of go, and you're kind of cleaning it up. See that? And this is something else I want to say. Okay, now you've built this side up, right? So when you go into this product, remember you still have some product already on your brush. So still go light-handed because it's going to be a little darker on this side because you've already added a lot of product to your brush. See that? See how I didn't really have to go in and do a lot of building because I already had product still in the brush. And another little trick is, so if you feel like the blush is coming up here too high, you take your little, the little pad, the velour pad. You don't have to put any more product on it. And you just kind of pat it right here. See how I cleaned that up? Because you want to be able to see like where your blush is, where your bronzer is. You don't want it to all just kind of blend together and look muddy. You want to be, you want to see the difference. Now, we're going to go in with a little highlighter. I am the type of person, I'm not a big highlighter girl. So this, however you like highlighter, you can tone it down or build it up. I'm going to use a Refer AA01 brush. And this is one of my favorite blushes for my skin tone. So if you're dark skin like me, this Natasha Denona I Need a Glow highlighter is one of my favorites. And right here on the high points of the cheekbone, y'all see that? Now I don't like a lot, so I just want a little glow. But again, with all applications of products, start off light-handed and build up to the desired effect you want. Now let me show you. This, you're like, oh my God, this little stark line. I'm gonna take the back part of the brush that I didn't use, and in a circular motion, I'm gonna blend that out to tone it down. I usually use a different brush, but you know, when you're starting out in makeup, you don't have all the brushes. And if you guys want a detailed video on about what type of brushes to use for what type of application, leave that in a comment as well, and I'll help you guys out with that because there's a lot that a brush can do. And you can pull it up just a little bit. Some people like to add a little bit of highlighter on the tip of their nose. Anywhere that the light will hit your face is where people tend to put highlighter. All right, y'all. So this was a simple, easy, beginner-friendly complexion makeup look. And I know my eyes are not done and my lips are not done, but I'm going to do a whole separate video on a simple eye look. And I'm going to give you a bonus tip when it comes to the lips in that video. But let me know if this was helpful. And if you have any questions, put that in the comment section. I'll do my very best to be able to answer your question. I am not a licensed makeup artist. I am a makeup enthusiast. I just love all things makeup, y'all. And makeup is fun. And let me tell you, if you mess up and you don't like it, girl, wash it off and start all over. So, what do you think? All right, y'all. Don't forget, in the description box, there will be links to all the products that I use. If you decide to pick up any of these products, please consider using my links. They are affiliates, so it's a way of giving back to the channel. And please thumbs up the video if you like this type of content. And share it if you know somebody that needs help with learning how to apply their makeup. Share this video with them as well. All right, y'all. So to all my new subscribers, I see you and I appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what you need to do, right? Hit that button so that I can save you a seat at the Grown Women's Table. And until the next video, bye-bye.
If you need some advice or looking for an idea, just to get some tips, you can get that right here. This is Lori's life, yeah, this is Lori's life, yeah. Check out Lori's life, yeah, this is Lori's life. If you need some advice or looking for an idea, just to get some tips, you can get that right here. This is Lori's life, yeah, this is Lori's life. Check out Lori's life, yeah, it's Lori's life.